Hi, welcome to Auntie Nat's Crochet. Today we're going to make mini flowers for my amigurumi. All you need is cotton yarn. I'm using 3-ply cotton yarn because I want my flower as tiny as possible. And I'm using 2mm hook. So the hook is small, so the flower will come up way smaller. Here I'm going to use 3 colors. This is for the core, the middle part of the flower. This is the petal, and this is the back part. So it's up to you whether you want to use same color or you're going to use different color like me. If your flower, you're going to use it to attach it to your amigurumi's head or the chest or the skirt or the head, you might not need to do the green part. You can just do the core part and the petal, and you can just sew it onto your amigurumi. But my amigurumi is hand holding the flower, so you can see the flower from all angles. That's why I need the green part. You see? So that's why I need the green part. So stay tuned. This is going to be my next video. So if you have not subscribed, please do, because the following video is gonna be this fella. Isn't he cute? So now I need the flower. I'm gonna teach you how to make flowers like this. So it's handheld, that's why I need the green part. Okay, let's start. And this flower we do not need stuffing, just crochet. Okay, I forgot to mention the flower is actually a mini sunflower. Yeah, I'm gonna make a sunflower. Okay, so we start off with a magic ring. So inside the magic ring, I'm gonna chain 6, single crochet 6 times. Okay, 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then after this, we're gonna do increase. Increase all around means every single stitch we're gonna do 2 single crochet. So that is an increase. So I did 1, so now 2, another increase, oops, we started with 6, now we're doing increase, so all in we're gonna get 12 stitches all around. So I want my sunflower to be as tiny as possible to suit back my amigurumi, so I'm only making this 2 round. Oops, sorry. I'm just making these 2 rounds. 1 round of single crochet, 6 single crochet. The second round is an increase, and that's it. So sometimes you have to depend on your amigurumi. If your amigurumi is slightly bigger, maybe you need to do 1 more round. So if you need to do 1 more round, the third round, it should be chain 1, and you do 1 single crochet followed by an increase, and then 1 single crochet followed by an increase. But now I'm not going to do that. I'm going to slip stitch to the front, but instead of slip stitch, I'm going to change color. Change to the petal color. which is yellow. Here I'm going to do chain 2. Okay, this one you have to pull tight. The brown part, make sure you pull it down tight. Yellow part here, I'm gonna chain 2 and I'm gonna do a double crochet on the same stitch. After you double crochet, you chain 1. So after you chain 1, and you see the top of the double crochet, this is the top of the double crochet. We're going to put our hook here. This is the top of our double crochet. There's 2 strands here, so I chain 1 and I'm going to put my hook here. Put your hook in here, yarn over and do a slip stitch. This is where the flower would have some pointed petal. So after this, we're gonna do a double crochet in the next stitch. And we're gonna chain 2. And we're gonna slip stitch to the same stitch. So here, 2 stitch here will make 1 petal. So we continue. We slip stitch to the next. We chain 2. Do a double crochet on the same stitch. After the double crochet, chain 1, go through the top of the double crochet, yarn over and do a slip stitch. Then yarn over and go to the next stitch and do a double crochet, chain 2 and slip stitch. So we have 2 petals here. So now I'm gonna continue, chain 2. I'm sorry, we're supposed to slip stitch to the next first. Go to the next, do a slip stitch. Chain 2, yarn over in the same stitch, do a double crochet, chain 1, go through the top of that double crochet and do a slip stitch, yarn over, go to the next stitch, do a double crochet, chain 2 and slip stitch in the same stitch. So here we are. I'll come back to you once I'm at the end of the row. I've come to at the end of the row, but if you notice here the brown part, it kind of like go upwards here. So now instead of slip stitch, I already slip stitch here. Instead of slip stitch to the next, I am going to slip stitch here. Kind of cover that part so it look more round. Okay, here I'm gonna cut the yarn. Yeah, that's not the brown part. I already cut the yarn. It's here. So this one I'll use a needle to kind of like attach it here so that it go all the way to the back. So depend, if you think you still see some browns here, you can actually use this yellow thread to sew it one more time just to cover it up. There it goes. Now it looks better. Okay, as for this part here, because just now I did not make a knot for the yellow yarn, I did not make a knot, I just joined to the brown one. So here, tie a knot at the back. Same goes for the brown one, you can tie a knot at the back. Or if you plan to attach it to your amigurumi, you can actually use this brown part to sew it onto your amigurumi. So now mine is handheld. Okay, so here I'm going to make the green part to cover here, but this flower is just too small, I can't hide all this, so I'm going to cut part of it, not too much, because I just tie a knot and not really secure. I'm not sure if it's secure because I do not want to go through here too many times. So now we're going to make the green part. I'm going to sew it here and we'll cover up all this. Okay, and now for the green yarn. It's like the core of the flower. We're going to do magic ring. So after the magic ring, I'm going to do 6 single crochet in the ring. Oops. I like to get yarn that is multicolor like this, so when you crochet it looks like there's a bit of a dark green here and a light green here. It looks more natural, more like the real flower. Okay, you pull that tight, and now I'm going to do increase. Just now we have 6 stitches all around, so now we do increase, so we're going to get 12 stitches all around. So just in case you want to mark your starting point, this is my starting point. You do increase, means 2 single crochet in each stitch. So by the time I reach here, I will have 12 stitches all around. So once I reach here, I'm gonna make a chain 2 and do a slip stitch at the same spot. Chain 2 and slip stitch to the next. You just chain 2 and slip stitch to the next. That way it will not look so round. Chain 2, slip stitch to the next chain. So now it looks more natural. As you can see, we started from here. So it looks like it has a bit of a bump. Just slip stitch, do not do more than that, because slips, if you do single crochet or double, it will like plumb up. Okay, that's it. So we're gonna leave a long tail and we're gonna sew it here, which is not gonna be easy because it's kind of tiny. This one, I'm gonna cut it off. I can hide part of it in between. Before I cut it any shorter, just hide it in between. This is gonna be the inside. I just want to lock it. Okay, just a few stitches will do because the flower is so tiny. So here I'm gonna attach it like this. You want to leave an even longer yarn, you can, so that you can sew it to your amigurumi. But I prefer to use the color of the hand to sew it to my flower instead of this green color onto the hand of the amigurumi, because your amigurumi could be brown or white. So you sew this way, you won't be able to see the stitches. I prefer to sew than to use glue. You can actually see, I just take a tiny bit so that it will not show in front. Just a tiny bit will do. Or you can use glue to glue it together. In fact, you can turn this into an earring if you wish. You can sew your hook here, the earring. You can put it here, paste it in the middle here, and you can wear it. Just go one round and just take one tiny strand from each stitch. You can even put this flower onto baby boots. It'll be lovely. Baby shoes, baby ballerina shoes. Maybe one day I should make some shoes too. Sunflower shoes. There, you see? It looks as if I glue it on. Here, if you can see a little bit of the green, it's okay. It's alright. Okay, it's all attached. You do not have to sew so many rounds. Okay, now we hide it inside. So you can go according to the stitches. Go a few rounds. Don't put too tight. Just follow the stitch. Move it around a few times. If you plan to use this to attach it to your amigurumi, you can. If not, this is the time you can just cut your yarn. Ooh, okay, this is too thick. I think I'll just cut it now. And there you have it, a mini sunflower. I have a bigger sunflower video. You can refer to that too. So up to you whether you want a big sunflower or a tiny mini sunflower. I hope you like this video as much as I do. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.